Hey everybody, how's it going? Today it's Music with Todd Ledbetter, and I've got something that I don't think I've seen anybody do on any kind of reaction channel or music channel. Have seen some discussions about this album, um, and it's a pretty controversial album, but I thought I would go ahead and play a song. It was my dog over there. I was wondering what that was. Uh, Play a song from a Genesis song. Okay, and this is from their last studio album called Calling All Stations. And this features their then new singer, Ray Wilson. And this was recorded released in 1997. And did pretty well in Europe, not so well in the States, but it had a little bit of radio play with Calling All Stations, Shipwrecked, and Congo. I remember hearing these songs on the radio, but that's not what I want to do. I wanted to do There Must Be Some Other Way, which is the second to last song on the track. I love this album. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people think that there was potential here where if Genesis didn't give up because slow ticket sales in the States for live concerts with Ray. At that point, it was Ray Wilson, Tony Banks, and Mike Rutherford. So he was signed on as a member of Genesis for 2 albums. Well, they didn't do the 2 albums. They only did the one. A lot of people think they should have done another album just to see what they could have done, because with this album, apparently sort of everything was already written when Ray came in. So Ray kind of just, put his voice to it and what he could do. He's got a great voice. He's also got a brand new album out too. It's a pretty easy listening, mellow album, but he's a great singer and he's got some really nice songs. And if you want something easy traveling music, check Ray Wilson's latest album out. But this is Genesis. Yes, it's that Genesis with their third singer. They had Peter Gabriel, they had Phil Collins, and then they had Ray Wilson for one album. And this is their last studio album. All right, let's check out There Must Be Some Other Way by Genesis, featuring Ray Wilson on vocals. Okay, so that's Genesis with Ray Wilson on lead vocals. Um, so you can definitely hear Genesis in that song. I mean, there is so much Genesis there. Um, and I think it's fair to note that these songs were written by Mike and Tony. Okay, and Ray came in and did the vocals, but the songs were already written pretty much, from what I understand. Um, and then they did do Genesis came back with Phil Collins, and I think it was like 2007, and they did some touring because they just didn't feel it worked out with Ray for whatever reason. Well, I guess fans found it hard to take Genesis without Phil Collins. It was bad enough when Peter left, and then when Phil left, they just couldn't accept Ray. But I did. I think it's a great album. I think it runs really good. It's a great listen the whole way through. They've got some prog stuff in there too, just like they always do. A little harder edge, I think, than what they were doing at the last few albums with Genesis. So uh I think that's should be noted. It's got a little more kind of back to old style, only modernized to a degree. And I think they could have done more, but really good album. And I really, really like Ray's voice. He's got a great voice. Um, and I just thought that would be fun to share. I've been listening to that album since it came out. I was super excited for it when it came out. I bought it. I've had it a few times because I've had it on LP, I've had it on cassette, I've had it on disc, now of course streaming, but just love it. All right, so let me know what you think about Ray. I know it's a big controversy, and people, have a lot to say about Genesis, and and they don't call it Genesis. They don't think it's Genesis, but I don't think that's fair. I mean, so many bands that have member changes, and people still call them who they were. I talked about Deep Purple. You got Kiss. There's just so many bands that have had so many member changes, and they still go with. I mean, even think of like Traffic, and those types of bands, where they just had different guitar players coming in and out all the time. It's just so common. Even my band that I play, that I kind of run, is it's just a cover band. Well, I haven't done originals for a while, but I've got several people that I can call if somebody can't make it, because musicians are busy. They have other projects. So if one of my main guys has got a gig on the day I'm trying to book a gig, I said, no worries, I'll get someone else. And I pull another guy in that knows all the covers. They've been playing them for 40 years. They know them, and we're good to go. But we still call it Wishbone. That's the name of the band. It's still called Wishbone. And I've had a lot of people play. I'm the bass player, and I've even replaced myself for a gig and hired another bass player when I couldn't make it. So I had nothing to do with it. One time I did that, and worked out great. Everybody seemed to have a good time. Uh, so anyways, I think it's still Genesis, and I let me know what you think. And I guess we'll just have a discussion down in the comments. All right. Thanks guys. Like the video, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Also on my Patreon, down in the description, you can hit that link and go over to see some things that YouTube won't let me play because they block, because some of the music is blocked. This one might be blocked, so you might find it over there. We'll see. All right, we'll check with you guys later. Thanks for clicking on my channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.